Everybody, welcome to another great episode of Real Life Matters. And I'm DBoss. Well, today we're going to be getting a lot of somebody, and it's, everybody, happy Black History Month. This is the Black History Month is every day, but Black History Month signifies is this 2021. So I have somebody who's doing a lot of things for Black history, and she's going to tell us all about it. She's all-rounded. She was Miss Canada, and she was everything else. So, but I want to bring her on so she could tell you herself. So welcome to Real Life Matters, Zan.
Woo, woo! Yes, it's the 25th anniversary.
Yes.
Black History Month. Thanks to the Honorable Dr. Jean Augustine, the first Black woman in 1991 to be a member of Parliament. And then she created the Center of Empowerment for Young Women in 2014. And she collaborated with us on a book in the Miss Bonita and Friends children's book series, which is Miss Bonita and Friends is an exciting and magical series of children's books, television, web series, musical live shows, Zoom shows, musical feature films, where all the characters go on an adventure to help children solve their problems.
So this Miss, you're the you're executive producer, or you're the co-producer?
Yeah, I'm one of the executives.
I'm going to show this
of the web series, and we're really excited because we have a Black History Month release that was in collaboration and inspired by the creator of Black History Month, the Honorable Dr. Jean Augustine. And so I contributed. I'm one of the authors on the book, along with Lisa Lelouz, who is the founder of the whole brand and all of the, other books in the series. But they're exciting because, it promotes emotional intelligence and demonstrates to children that they can have the power to choose.
Right.
To creatively problem solve and to contribute to their own life and, be an influence on their, impossible circumstances. Because they've really...
No, I just said, wow.
Yeah, we've created a formula that just guides children through this process of dealing with challenges in a fun and safe way.
Well, so these books, what we're going to do, we're going to talk about a little bit about these books. Okay. And I know you say you have the other book cover. We're just going to take a brief break and we'll be right back.
Okay, you're going to...
Looking for a TV show that brings you a raw, uncut, unbiased opinion? What about a show providing a platform to tell us about your business or talent? Tune in to Talk It Out, Monday through Friday, hosted by Chill of Come Clean Empire and his co-hosts, DBoss, Corey Whitmore, and DJ Despair, where we bring you not just a TV show, but a TV experience.
When the road is long and heavy, when it's dark and I can't see clearly, I will lift mine eyes to the hills from whence my help cometh. My help it comes from you.
If a parent is in denial and unsure or refusing concerns from their family, their neighbors, their doctor, what would you tell them today? I'll let you go, Danica, first.
I would say first and foremost, don't be afraid of the diagnosis. The diagnosis equals services. When you have a diagnosis, you get your services. If you shy away from that and you say, I don't want to label my child, a lot of people in the Black community especially don't want to label on their child.
Bo is a McNab. He is primarily used as a working dog for cattle, livestock.
He's very low maintenance, doesn't shed very much, very minimal eating. He likes to mainly drink water because he's on the go all the time.
He'll drink more water than he does eat food. And we'll just run, chase, play all day long.
We've been apart for a short while, But now the time has come when you can join us again in our little slice of paradise. Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique has always provided a relaxing, rejuvenating, and authentic experience, and that hasn't changed. Pure Grenada, just for you.
You see that one?
Hey!
The spice of the Caribbean. That's what the Honorable Jean Augustine is.
Yeah, exactly. And you can tell that the book kind of takes place there. Can you bring up the book cover?
Well, I can't bring, but this is one of the book covers, right?
No,
but
no,
it's not the new one, right? Do you have the new one?
Yes, I sent it to you.
Yeah, I know. But somehow the format isn't coming up. But it's okay.
It's PDF.
Yeah. So I have these. Well, we have these ones. So you have any of the cover there that you can show up or no?
Well, yeah.
An actual. Sorry, everybody. This is Real Life Matters.
Okay.
Hey, but let's just showing it that we're real here. We're not just showing you stage, having stage things come up and stage things come forward.
Okay.
And these are the other books that and I think that this lady here, Miss Bonita, is Zan.
No, not me. Oh boy. Okay, I don't know if you can see this.
You can. Let's open your. Yeah, no, bring it. Yeah, bring it. Yeah, bring it down. Yeah, there we go. I can see her on the back there.
You can see it.
Mm-hmm. I'll put it. We'll put it in when it goes on TV. What's the title of it?
The Case of the Girl Who Had to Be Perfectly Perfect. And there you see the Honorable Dr. Jean Augustine.
Yes.
I wanted you to pull it up.
I know.
And so the story, takes place in a fantastical place, looks a lot like Grenada. And this little Jean is just alive with adventure. Every day is an adventure. Every day she wants to learn something new, and she learns wisdom from her gardener, Sherlin, who is a Rastafarian, and he gives her all this information, and she puts it in, she spices up her history reports with the oral history, right? And then all of a sudden, and she always has a perfectly perfect report card. She always has straight A's. And her grandma is so proud, because the boy, she goes,
well, don't talk about the whole book, girl.
I'm not telling the whole book, but then
I'm just kidding.
Then she suddenly gets a fear that, I have to be perfectly perfect, because if not, my grandma won't love me, and this won't happen, and I won't make my family proud. And so she kind of has this fear that she doesn't talk about. And then her dolls come alive. That happens in every book. Doobie Bear and Comfy, who's like a blanket, and Baba, who's like the wise doll. They all come alive to try to help her solve the adventure, and they encourage her, to try new things. So she doesn't know about going to an animal shelter because, there's sick animals, and she's not that. But she goes, and she has so much fun feeding the animals, and they all give her so much love. And this three-legged dog gives her tricks. And then her dolls say to her, well, the three-legged dog, he wasn't perfect, but you loved him. So she's starting to learn this lesson, and she volunteers to help little kids. And this little 3-year-old wet her pants and comes up to her and hugs her and thanks her for helping her.
Wow.
So grateful because she didn't make her feel bad or embarrassed. And that 3-year-old isn't perfect, but she gets love. Anyway, eventually she confronts her grandma with her fear, and her grandma just says to her, it doesn't matter what you do. I love you just because you're you. So it's a book that deals with, people facing fears, and other characters have a fear of swimming, and they've had it so long, they now have a fear of learning how to swim.
Wow.
So, and it just gives that principle that when you talk about your problem, that helps, and that trying new things and so it's a wonderful, you cry when you read this book.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Well, I'm going to tell people the book cover. If you want your book cover, you need to buy the book.
Well, it will be on Amazon.
All personal book cover.
The case of the case of the girl who had to be perfectly perfect. So if you've ever, I think it gets through to adults too who have any bit of perfectionism, and it's just a wonderful way to face your fears. It's just a wonderful book, and the pictures.
So what made you inspire you to become do this Miss Bonita books? Come on, Stan.
Well, they're just the pillars that they stand for. They're all about accountability, empowerment, courage, and compassion. That's part of it. Just what they stand for, and it's, and this. I've always been like Mary Poppins and Cat in the Hat all rolled into one. You know what I mean? So
well, you're a different type of Mary Poppins.
No, really, I have a history of teaching kids consciousness, getting kids to change their behavior. I'll tell you a short story. I mean, when I was babysitting my sister's kids when she was going to university, and at first they were all addicted to TV, and I got them to check into, well, how does that affect your balance? And pretty soon they would choose to play, one of 5,200 games that I could make up in a second rather than watch TV, and I was showing them how to balance their body, showing them different energy medicine things. And my little nephew would run around and he'd go, balance me, Auntie San, balance me. And so then I have to tell you a joke. So then I leave, I moved to Toronto, and the younger one, he's like 4, Kyle. And he calls me and he goes, Auntie, I am trying to be a being of love, but Aaron keeps spitting on me. I'm like, oh no. Well, you can't influence Aaron's life path there, but what can we do for you? And he says, can you send me some love?
Well, I forgot to ask it. Tell everybody where you come from, Zan.
Oh.
People, hear the accent, you probably know.
Well, I'm bilingual. I was born with patois on my lips. Oh my gosh. And I left, I was very, like West Indians, we're also animated because my grandmother, I was so sensitive. And if I would fall down when I was like 4 years old on the sidewalk, she'd go in the house, she'd come out with a belt, and she'd start beating the sidewalk. Why you make her fall down? It's why you make her fall down. And I would be knocked out of my crying, and I would start to feel sorry for the sidewalk. I thought everything was alive and everything was blessing me and everything was teaching me. And then whoop.
Well, you see, she comes from Jamaica, people.
We moved to Canada.
But you come from where I come from, out there in Saskatchewan.
Country. So I mean, me so country, you should have called me sugar cane. And my parents already decided they took 6 months to make this decision, right? And I didn't understand because this is a place, Athabasca, north of Edmonton. It's like, maybe 600 farmers, and our family, we're the only Black people, and it goes to minus 60. And it's so cold. I mean, even polar bears don't live there, but they're white and they don't have an accent. And I'm in summer catechism, and the nun is like, an albino lizard woman. She's like, does anyone have a prayer? Well, I start going, me teacher, because how West Indians love to learn. She thinks I'm having an epileptic fit. She says, my God, why in heaven's name are you snapping your fingers like that? So then I give her the West Indian explanation. Because if you can't fling your fingers, it is like a birth defect in the West Indies. So I say, come and go like this. But she didn't understand what I was saying, right? She didn't know what I said. So then I stand up. No one ever did. And everyone's all cool. I'm, dressed in my pretty summer frock, every color in the galaxy. And I'm like, God is good. God is great. Let us thank it for the bud that sing. Let us thank him for everything. And I'm like beaming light into the next galaxy. I wouldn't have noticed. Everybody there is turning their eyes into laser beams, trying to burn me into a pile of ash. But there's my brother. And he'd been here for like 6-8 months, and he was all adjusted, and he was embarrassed. So this was my first spiritual crisis, because it was like toxic shame. They were like, shut your nigger mouth. You know what I mean? They were like, and it was confusing because they're telling me I can't speak English, and they speak like Bob and Doug McKenzie. You guys come over to my house. Hey, that's right. Hey, go for it, man. Give her, man. I want to fuck out, eh? Sorry, and that's how they talked. So it was very confusing.
Well, for people that may be looking at this show right now, they're wondering what does Zan do? But when we come back, we're gonna talk about her a little bit of acting, and she's an acting coach. So just stay tuned.
Okay.
I'm David Meltzer, and welcome to 2 Minute Drill. Each contestant will get 2 minutes to pitch. Then they will answer one question and get feedback from our other featured judges.
Improve every area of communication while saving time is what I've been doing for the last 15 years with startup solopreneurs up to C-level leaders at companies like Amazon and Microsoft. I do it by combining two truths we all know, just rarely combine.
To my tapioca pearls, I'm going to follow the instructions on the package and place it in some boiling water. Now, we're going to be adding some honey to sweeten our pearls. Next, we're going to add in some ice. In goes some frozen mango puree. Add in the tea that you had steeping.
Wow! Go ahead. No, you go ahead. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Damn. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Woo-hoo! All right, we're gonna make stuffed shells, and this is a winner of a recipe. Add 3 cups of marinara sauce. We do have a really good homemade marinara, and I will leave a link to that in the recipe notes.
Well, we're back.
Woo! You know what? If I put up my screen, I can show you the thing.
Okay.
Look at this. Can you see this? Can you see the book cover?
No.
Oh.
Okay. Well, that's okay. It's okay.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay. So Zan, tell us now. You're an acting coach. So emphasize a little bit on that. That's why people see all these different characters coming out. Well, I don't know if it's different, but.
Well, I do usher talent into the industry, find them top agents. I love to help and develop talent and give people a space. And what's interesting is never in the history of my 35 years in this industry, I've had characters, Oscar and Abrams, the top agents all saying, we need Black. Wow. Yes, they've never said that. Now, there is probably more work opportunities for people of color than there has ever been on this planet. And it's interesting because that's never, it's not, you're not, that is a flip in history.
Wow. And that's good for Black history, because a lot of actors now, I notice in the industry, are coming out, and they're saying, and now, and a lot of them not just saying that they're Canadian, they're Canadian artists or they're US. Now they're coming out with their, I'm from Trinidad, I'm from here, I'm from, and they never used to do that before because
we're all from Africa.
Huh?
we're all from Africa. We're all
Yeah.
part of the diaspora, you know. But that's just exciting. You know, it's exciting. I just was working with one of our little ambassadors, Jasmine Headley, who, you know, wrote a song for George Floyd. And, you know, I was coaching her and her brother, and they just did a Murdoch Mysteries. And then I just, you know, placed somebody this week. So it's exciting. I mean, kids that I've placed with the top agents, they've been stars in major TV series. It's Stanley Dynamics, just a lot. And it's exciting.
So what makes you want to teach people acting? You know, that's important.
Well, I mean, and I kind of have a memorandum of a new star system that's not based on psychotic egoism, but the actor as a community service, you know, that when you go and you watch and you're engaged in a story, it's kind of like the dream state. It gives you options. You can learn something. You can change your life. You can change your consciousness because you're watching someone live through a journey, the journey that we're all on. We're all on the hero's journey, right? We all are going to find, you know, unsurmountable obstacles, and we're going to have to find our threshold guardians. We're going to have to find the Yodas in our life, and we're going to have to, you know, overcome those supreme ordeals, because that's part of the classroom of life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think that's why, I think really that's what attracted me to acting, was just going, what is this life really about? Okay. It's like a classroom. I'm here to learn, to serve all with love. I'm, you know, and I think also story. It's about story, you know.
Yes.
Oh dear.
It's okay.
Yeah. And can you play the video? Can you play the video, DBoss, or no?
Oh, not the one with that video. But what we're gonna do is the time. I'm telling you, the time is just gone. Well, can you tell people where to find you if they want to hire you as a coach, and where can they, you know, order the books for Miss Bonita if they want to get that?
Yeah, so they're gonna go on Amazon, and just put in The Case of the Girl Who Had to Be Perfectly Perfect, or just put in Miss Bonita and Friends, Bonita. And if you put that in your search bar, you're going to come up to our website, our Instagram, you know, our Facebook. It's a wonderful brand. It is so important now, you know, with the whole COVID. I mean, the mental health issues, especially for children, is skyrocketing out of control.
Right.
And as a parent, I would be so grateful to have something out there in this, you know, this sea of streams that's healthy, that's helping my child, that's you know, giving solutions, that's giving techniques, that it's just a gift. It's just a gift for parents and children. Miss Bonita and Friends. It's good news, and I'm so excited because this is our first book that has all, you know, it takes place in a Caribbean kind of island, and you've got, you know, all the folks of the diaspora and every shade they come in, and it is really something that I'm so proud of. And I'm telling you, even as an adult, when you read this book, you just tear up. It's so of the heart and from the heart, and such a gift.
Well,
for the child and all of us.
Suzanne, I'm telling you, I really like having you on, and you know, and that's something that this book came out for Black History Month, and I'm so happy. So people out there, get the book. Go get it.
Go get it, and I'll be back, and I'll talk to you about energy medicine, because that's the way.
There's so many aspects. So you gotta.
Yeah, there's, you know.
All right, but thank you, Zan, for coming on today, and we're bringing on Miss Bonita and Friends, and all the Friends books and series. So you know, I do want to thank you for that.
Yes, you're welcome.
All right.
Hey.
And everybody, I thank everybody for tuning in today for another great episode of Real Life Matters. You can follow me on Instagram, DBoss_1, Real Life Matters. You go subscribe to the YouTube channel, DBoss Networks, on the YouTube, and let's like it. But anyways, thank you. So bye for now.
And you can watch all our episodes on YouTube for free.
Yeah. All right.
Miss Bonita and Friends. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.